Ladies, have you ever said something and then realized it made you feel small, weak, or even older than you really are? We speak thousands of words every day, but some words, seemingly harmless, are secretly stealing your confidence, your energy, and even your youth. Today, I'm going to share 12 words you should stop saying if you're a woman over 70, because trust me, cutting these out can completely change your life. You might think, I don't say those things, but hold on, because the last word on this list is one you probably say every single day without realizing how dangerous it is. And here's the truth. Words have power. They shape how others see you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. So if you've ever caught yourself saying things like, I can't do that, or I'm too old to try, then stick around, because what you're about to hear will change the way you speak forever. So, what's the first word you need to eliminate? Let's get started. Word number 1, just. Why this word is harmful. Do you ever catch yourself saying things like, I just wanted to ask, I just think maybe we should? It sounds innocent, but here's the truth. Just makes you sound unsure, hesitant, and even apologetic for speaking up. When you use it, you weaken your own words, turning a strong statement into something timid. And here's something shocking. Research shows that women use just far more often than men. It's a habit we develop over time, and it silently chips away at our confidence. Real-life example. Imagine two women emailing their doctor about a health concern. I just wanted to check if this symptom is serious. I want to check if this symptom is serious. Who sounds more confident and self-assured? The second woman removes just and instantly sounds more assertive. How to change it? Try this simple fix. Drop just instead of I just wanted to check in. Say, I wanted to check in. I just think this might help. Say, I believe this will help. At first, it may feel strange, but the more you do it, the more powerful and confident you'll sound. And here's the best part. The more you stop saying just, the more people will start listening when you speak. Now, let's move on to word number 2, a word that's making you feel older than you really are without you even noticing. Stay with me. Word number 2, old. Why this word is dangerous. Have you ever said, I'm too old for that? I'm just an old woman. You might not think much of it, but every time you call yourself old, you're reinforcing a negative stereotype. Saying, I'm too old, doesn't just affect how others see you. It affects how you see yourself. It makes you believe you can't, even when you can. Your mind listens to what you say. The more you repeat, I'm old, in a limiting way, the more your body and actions follow. Real-life example. Two women are invited to try a dance class. One says, I'd love to, but I'm too old for that. She immediately closes the door on the opportunity. The other says, I've never tried it before, but I'd love to see what I can do. She gives herself a chance to grow. The difference? One lets age define her, the other sees it as just a number. How to change it? Instead of, I'm old now, say, I'm experienced. I'm too old to learn new things. Say, I'm excited to explore new skills. I'm too old to make new friends. Say, I'm open to meeting people at any stage of life. Small shifts in language create big shifts in mindset. Age is just a number, but the words you use can make it feel like a limit. Next, we're going to talk about a word you say every day that quietly takes away your confidence, without you even realizing it. Let's keep going. Word number 3, sorry, when you don't need to be. Why it's a confidence killer. How often do you say, sorry, but can I say something? Sorry, I don't know how to do that. Sorry to bother you. Women tend to apologize even when they haven't done anything wrong. Over-apologizing makes you seem uncertain and undermines your worth. It tells people that you don't fully believe in yourself. And over time, they start believing it too. Real life example. Imagine you're late to meet a friend. You say, "Sorry, I'm late." It makes you sound guilty, even if it wasn't your fault. Instead, you say, "Thank you for waiting." Now you sound grateful, not guilty. See the difference? One makes you feel small. The other makes you feel in control. How to change it? Instead of, "Sorry, I'm late," say, "Thank you for waiting." Sorry to interrupt. Say, "Excuse me, I have something to add." Sorry to bother you. Say, "Do you have a moment?" You don't need to apologize for taking up space. You deserve to speak with confidence. Stop apologizing for things that don't need an apology. You deserve to be heard. And next, we're going to tackle a word that silently holds you back from trying new things, even when you're completely capable. Let's keep going. Word number 4, can't. Why this word limits you. How many times have you said, "I can't learn technology. I can't travel like I used to. I can't start something new at my age"? The truth is, can't shuts the door before you even try. Most of the time, when we say, "I can't," what we really mean is, "I'm afraid," or "I haven't tried yet." So ask yourself, is it really true? Or is it just fear holding you back? Real life example. A woman sees her grandkids using a smartphone. She says, "I can't figure out all that technology," so she never tries. Another woman says, "I haven't learned this yet, but I'll give it a shot." She asks for help, watches a tutorial, and soon she's video calling her family with ease. One shuts the door, the other opens it. How to change it? Instead of, "I can't," say, "I'll give it a shot." "I can't exercise anymore." Say, "I'm finding new ways to stay active." "I can't make new friends." Say, "I'm excited to meet new people." The way you speak shapes the way you live. Replace "can't" with "I'll try." And watch how your world opens up. And next, we'll talk about a word that fills your life with guilt and pressure, without you even realizing it. Let's keep going. Word number 5, should. Why this word fills you with guilt. How often do you catch yourself saying, "I should exercise more. I should visit my family more often. I should have saved more money when I was younger"? It might seem harmless, but every time you say "should," you're adding a layer of guilt and pressure. It makes you feel like you're constantly falling short. Like no matter what you do, it's never enough. And let's be honest, women are experts at piling guilt on themselves. But here's the truth. You don't need more guilt. You need choices. Real life example. A woman tells herself, "I should exercise more." She feels guilty, but doesn't take action. Instead, she says, "I want to move my body because it makes me feel good." Now it's a choice, not an obligation. One makes her feel bad, the other empowers her. How to change it? Instead of, "I should exercise more," say, "I choose to move my body because it gives me energy." "I should visit my children more." Say, "I want to spend time with my family because it brings me joy." "I should have saved more money." Say, "I'm making smart financial choices now." Changing just one word removes guilt and gives you control. Stop saying "should" and start making choices that empower you. Next, we'll talk about a word that might be the most damaging one of all. A word that affects the way you see yourself every single day. Let's keep going. Word number 6, ugly. Why this word damages your self-worth. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, "My hair looks so ugly today. These wrinkles make me look ugly. I hate how my body looks. It's just ugly." Stop right there Every time you use the word ugly to describe yourself, you are reinforcing the idea that your worth is tied to your appearance. And here's the truth. Aging is not ugly. Every wrinkle tells a story. Every silver strand of hair reflects wisdom and grace. Your body has carried you through decades of life, love, and resilience. Why would you speak to yourself with words you'd never say to a friend? Real-life example. Two women look in the mirror. One says, "I look ugly." She feels defeated, avoids social events, and carries that negativity throughout the day. The other says, "I look natural and authentic." She smiles at herself, dresses with confidence, and steps out, feeling beautiful in her own way. The difference isn't in their faces, it's in their words. How to change it? Instead of, "I look ugly," say, "I am beautiful in my own way." My body looks ugly. Say, "My body is strong and has carried me through life." These wrinkles make me look ugly. Say, "These lines are a sign of a life well lived." The more you replace negative words with positive ones, the more you will start to see and feel the beauty that has always been there. You are not ugly. You are authentic. You are worthy. You are beautiful. And next, we're going to talk about a word that can trap you in loneliness and isolation without you even realizing it. Let's keep going. Word number 7, lonely. Why this word keeps you stuck in isolation. Have you ever said, "I feel so lonely. I'm always alone. No one really cares. I'm just lonely." Saying "I'm lonely" doesn't just describe your feelings, it reinforces them. The more you say it, the more your mind believes it, and the more you pull away from the very connections that could bring you joy. But here's something powerful to remember. Feeling lonely doesn't mean you're alone. Real-life example. Two women feel disconnected. One says, "I'm lonely." She stays home, avoids reaching out, and sinks deeper into isolation. The other says, "I am seeking connection." She joins a local group, reaches out to an old friend, and suddenly, she feels less alone. Same situation, completely different outcome. How to change it? Instead of, "I'm lonely," say, "I'm looking for new connections. I have no one." Say, "I'm open to meeting new people. I'm all alone." Say, "I'm finding ways to engage with my community." Your words shape your reality. Speak in a way that invites connection instead of pushing it away. You're not meant to be alone. The world still needs your laughter, your stories, and your presence. Next, we'll talk about a tiny word that does more damage than you think. A word that silently limits your opportunities every single day. Let's keep going. Word number 8, 2. Why this word creates limits where there shouldn't be any. Have you ever said, "I'm too old to try that"? "I'm too tired to learn something new"? "It's too late for me to change"? The word "too" makes everything sound like a dead end. It places imaginary limits on what you can do, limits that don't actually exist. But here's the truth. As long as you're breathing, it's not too late. Real-life example. Two women see a painting class advertised at a local center. One says, "I'm too old to start something new." She stays home. The other says, "I've never painted before, but I'd love to try." She signs up, makes new friends, and discovers a hidden talent. The difference? One lets age hold her back. The other embraces possibility. How to change it? Instead of, "I'm too old for that," say, "I'm excited to try something new." "I'm too tired to exercise." Say, "I'll move my body in a way that feels good." It's too late to start over. Say, "Every day is a fresh start." What you believe shapes what you do. Choose words that open doors instead of closing them. You are never too old, too late, or too anything, unless you believe it. And next, we're going to talk about a phrase that sounds harmless, but actually shuts down conversations and keeps you from fully expressing yourself. Let's keep going. Word number 9, can't complain. Why this phrase silences your true feelings. How often do you say, I can't complain? Things could be worse, so I won't complain. No point in complaining. At first, this phrase seems harmless. It makes you sound easygoing, positive, and grateful. But let's look deeper. Saying I can't complain doesn't just stop complaints. It stops conversations. It signals to others that they shouldn't ask more, that your feelings aren't worth discussing. Over time, this habit can push people away. Friends and family may assume you're fine, when in reality, you might need support. And here's something important. Acknowledging your struggles doesn't mean you're negative. It means you're being real. Real life example. Imagine two women are asked how they're doing. One says, I can't complain. The conversation ends there. The other person moves on, never knowing she's been feeling lonely or struggling with something important. The other says, I'm doing well, but I've had some challenges lately. Now she's opening the door for real connection. The person listening might offer advice, support, or even share their own experiences. See the difference? One phrase keeps everything at surface level. The other allows for deeper, more meaningful relationships. And here's another danger. Sometimes, I can't complain isn't just something we say to others. It's something we tell ourselves. When you constantly dismiss your feelings, you may start believing they don't matter. And that can lead to bottling things up, feeling unheard, or even struggling with emotional health. But your feelings do matter. You deserve to be heard, to express yourself, and to receive support. How to change it? Instead of shutting down the conversation, try being honest in a way that feels natural to you. No. Instead of, I can't complain, say, I'm doing well, but I've had some ups and downs. Instead of, no complaints, say, I'm grateful for the good moments, and I'm working through the tough ones. Instead of, I shouldn't complain, say, this has been challenging, but I'm finding ways to manage. This doesn't mean you have to vent or focus on negativity. It just means you're allowing yourself to be real. You don't have to hide behind, I can't complain. Your voice, your struggles, and your victories deserve to be heard. And next, we're going to talk about a phrase that keeps you stuck in the past and prevents you from embracing who you are today. Let's keep going. Word number 10, I used to be. Why this phrase keeps you stuck in the past. Have you ever caught yourself saying, I used to be so energetic, but now I get tired easily. I used to be fit, but those days are gone. I used to be more fun, but now I'm just old. At first, it may seem like you're just reminiscing, but here's the problem. Every time you say, I used to be, you're comparing your present self to your past self and finding yourself lacking. It's like holding up a magnifying glass to everything you think you've lost, while ignoring everything you've gained. You're no longer the person you were at 20, 30, or even 50. But that doesn't mean you're less. It means you're different. Real-life example. Two women reflect on their lives. One says, I used to be so fit, but now my body just isn't the same. She feels defeated and avoids exercise altogether. The other says, my body has changed, but I still love moving in ways that feel good for me now. She focuses on what she can do, rather than what she used to do. The difference? One stays stuck in the past. The other embraces the present. And here's something powerful. Your best years are not behind you. What if, instead of saying, I used to be more fun, you focused on what makes you feel alive today? What if, instead of saying, I used to be strong, you focused on how resilient you have become. Because who you are now is worth celebrating. How to change it. Instead of, I used to be fit, say, I'm finding new ways to stay active that work for me now. I used to have so much energy. Say, I prioritize my energy for what truly matters. I used to be confident. Say, I am learning to love and appreciate who I am today. Small shifts in language create big shifts in mindset. Your past shaped you, but it does not define you. The person you are today is just as valuable, just as strong, and just as worthy. And next, we're going to talk about a phrase that can keep you stuck in old patterns without you even realizing it. Let's keep going. Word number 11. It's always been this way. Why this phrase keeps you stuck in old patterns. Have you ever said, this is how I've always done things. It's always been this way in my family. I've never changed before, so why start now? This phrase might feel safe and familiar, but in reality, it's one of the most limiting things you can say. Saying, it's always been this way, keeps you from growing, from learning, and from experiencing new joys in life. It's a phrase that closes doors instead of opening them. Real-life example. Two women are given an opportunity to try something new. One says, I've never done that before. It's always been this way, so I'll just stick to what I know. She stays in her comfort zone, even if she's not truly happy. The other says, I've never done this before, but why not try? She discovers new friendships, new skills, and new confidence. One stays stuck in routine. The other embraces possibility. Which one do you want to be? How to change it. Instead of, it's always been this way, say, I'm open to trying new things. I've always done it like this. Say, maybe there's a better way. I've never changed before. Say, it's never too late to try something new. Change doesn't have to be big. It just has to be possible. The past is behind you. The future is wide open. You get to decide what happens next. And next, we'll talk about the final word on this list. A word that seems completely harmless, but could be the one thing holding you back the most. Let's keep going. Word number 12, I'm fine. Why this phrase hides your true needs. How often do you say, I'm fine? Everything's okay? Don't worry about me, I'm fine. At first, it seems polite, like you're being strong and independent. But here's the truth. I'm fine is often a shield. It's a phrase we use to avoid deeper conversations, to hide our struggles, and to keep people at a distance. And over time, it can become a habit that isolates you. Real-life example. Two women are feeling overwhelmed. One says, I'm fine. She doesn't ask for help. She doesn't express how she really feels. She struggles alone. The other says, I've been feeling a little off lately. She opens up, allowing people to support and connect with her. Which woman do you think feels more seen, heard, and understood? The truth is, you don't have to carry everything alone. How to change it. Instead of, I'm fine, say, I could use a listening ear today. Don't worry about me. Say, I appreciate your concern. I'd love to talk. It's nothing. Say, I've been dealing with something, but I'm working through it. Honesty doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. You deserve to be heard. You deserve support. You don't have to hide behind, I'm fine. Now, let's recap everything we've learned today, and I'll leave you with one final challenge that could change the way you speak forever. Let's wrap this up. Words shape your reality. Choose them wisely. We've covered 12 words and phrases that seem small, but have a huge impact on the way you see yourself, the way others see you, and even the way you live your life. But before we wrap up, I have one final challenge for you. For the next 24 hours, pay attention to your words. How often do you say, "I'm too old," without thinking? How often do you say, "I can't," before you even try? How many times do you say, "I'm fine," when you're actually struggling? Final. Reveal. The most important word to remove from your vocabulary. If you take away only one thing from this video, let it be this: stop using words that make you feel small. You are not just trying. You're doing. You're not too old. You're experienced. You're not fine. You're growing, learning, and evolving. The way you speak shapes the way you feel. So start choosing words that empower you, not limit you. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, which word are you committing to stop saying today? And if this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more content to keep you living confidently, vibrantly, and without limits. At any age. Remember, your words create your world. Make sure they're building you up, not holding you back. See you in the next video.